Hey gang, JC here, and this is the Daily Dose for Valentine's Day, Tuesday, February 14th, 2012, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. We have great television archives up top, we have our eye candy feature along the bottom, and our rock and roll poll question from yesterday, what do you feel about snow? How do you feel about it? Because we got 2 inches tops, maybe. I'm starting to think we're going to get through this entire winter without a major snowstorm. Anyhow, 48% of you said, I love the snow for the first day or two. After that, get it the hell out of here. Another 26% said, I hate snow. Another 25% said, I love snow. And now let's move on to Valentine's Day here today. Our rock and roll poll question, plain and simple. On balance, do you spend more time in those, in those thoughtful hours when you're maybe lying in bed? And when I say lying in bed, I don't mean like, oh, you're the best I ever had. That's not what I mean. I mean lying in bed. Do you think more time about the loves you had or about the loves you lost? That's our rock and roll poll question today. The loves I had or the loves I lost? We'll come back to that. Papa John's offering a heart-shaped pizza for Valentine's Day. It's the perfect way to say, honey, I forgot about Valentine's Day. President Obama unveiled his $3.8 trillion budget for 2013. I don't want to say we're screwed, but the thing starts off, Dear China. Here is today's answer, Adele. Here is today's question, what did anyone with an Apple computer used to own? Adele. I'm doing Karnak now. All right, talk show host Wendy Williams broke down while discussing Whitney Houston's death on her show yesterday. It's always sad to see a grown man cry. All right, apparently, and I hate to start off on the Whitney Houston stuff, but apparently what happened is that Whitney's in the, I don't even want to talk about this, just forget it. Let's do a Whitney-free zone here today. How about that? There was supposed to be a big tribute to Clarence Clemons on the Grammys the other night, but it got bumped by that Whitney Houston thing. By the way, the Grammys had a huge television audience, 39.9 million viewers. That's up from 26 million last year. This is the second biggest audience they've ever had for the Grammys. Now, you had a couple of things going on. You had Whitney's death, you had the return of Adele, and even maybe for some people like the Beach Boys reunion, but that's a huge, huge number. 40 million people for the Grammys? Are you kidding me? ABC will reveal the next Dancing with the Stars cast in 2 weeks. We're hearing names like Regis and Perez Hilton and Paula Deen, JWoww, Michelle Bachmann, Herman Cain, Carrot Top, Jenny McCarthy. Now, keep in mind, Jenny McCarthy just last month said that she always turns the show down because she's embarrassed by the fact they can't get A-list stars. Here's her quote. They ask me every year and I just can't do it. I tell them why. You guys keep saying every year you're going to get A-list people, and then you turn it on and there's the girl who was with George Clooney. It's actually pretty funny. Also, Stevie Wonder. We'll see. Yeah, I know. Go ahead and make the Stevie Wonder jokes. Jimmy Kimmel is going to have John Goodman on tonight, St. Louis native. And again, there's going to be some discussion of what we told you yesterday. Roseanne is launching a new show in the fall on NBC, and John Goodman has signed on, and they live in a trailer park, and it sounds like what they're trying to do is basically put the band back together. She had a successful run, I think it was 12 years, and it looks like they're trying to do the same show all over again. The problem is, the show has been off the air for like 15 years, and in that time, Roseanne has not exactly enamored herself with the American viewing public. She's done a lot of really obnoxious, stupid things and thinks she's sort of grating on everybody. So, when she started the show, she was fresh and she was new and people loved her. And now people have gotten like a decade and a half to really grow weary of her. So let's see where all that goes. Hugh Hefner's 21-year-old son arrested Sunday night for attacking his girlfriend. Sounds about right. Not just any girlfriend, by the way. The 2011 Playmate of the Year. Hef's son punched her and kicked her in the stomach. How nice. Chris Brown on the Grammys the other night. And Trish and I were talking about it yesterday. We are on the Big 550 KTRS every day from noon until 3 o'clock. The fact that Chris Brown got a standing ovation, the fact that Chris Brown got a chance to perform after that crap he pulled on Rihanna a couple of years ago. Now you got people standing ovation. And now the Twitter sphere is picking up these young women who are saying things like, call me crazy. This is a quote. Call me crazy, but I would let Chris Brown beat me up any day. Things are worse than you thought. Today's Valentine's Day. Florists and restaurant servers aren't the only ones that are busy. Private investigators. It's one of their biggest days. You know why? Because supposedly Valentine's Day is one of the busiest times of the year because suspicious wives know that their husbands might have to spend part of the day with their mistresses, and game on. According to a new survey, 68% of people would rather have an unattractive partner who's good in bed than someone who's hot but bad in bed. Oh, you say that, but... All right, Amazon.com just released a list of the most romantic cities in the United States. It's based on things that I'm not really sure it should be based on, things like the sales of everything from romance novels to Barry White albums and marital aids. Oh yes, all of that's very romantic. They come out with Knoxville, Tennessee as the most romantic city in America. I've been through Knoxville, just trust me, this ain't right. Springfield, Missouri is listed at number 3. St. Louis at 13. New York, by the way, named the least romantic city in the United States, just below Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Patterson, New Jersey, and El Monte, California. All this according to Business News Daily. Ah, so you're ripping off the company, are you? Yeah. A new survey by the Papermate people says that they talked about 1,000 American office workers, and 100% of them admit to having stolen office supplies. 100%. 70% of people take pens, 55% pencils, 55% highlighters, 43% paper clips, 38 rubber bands, 38 tape, 36 scissors, 35% say staplers. 22% of people say they've noticed more supplies disappearing since the recession, and only 19% say they think they would get in any trouble if they got caught. All right, birthdays today. Carl Bernstein, one half of the Woodstein team, Woodward and Bernstein, who took down Nixon. He's 68 today. It's 26 days until daylight savings time, 7 days until Mardi Gras here in St. Louis, 32 days until St. Patrick's Day, just in case right in the middle of one holiday you're already thinking about when the next one's going to be. It was on this date that Meg Ryan promised to love, honor, and obey Dennis Quaid until Russell Crowe do they part. That was in 91. 1998, Sharon Stone was married to this tycoon, this newspaper executive, Phil Bronstein. He was an executive with the, I think it was the San Francisco Chronicle. And for whatever reason, this guy that Sharon Stone was married to had a fascination with Komodo dragons. Remember in the movie The Freshman with Matthew Broderick and a couple of other people? So she says, oh, I got a great birthday idea for my husband. So she goes to the zoo, and the zoo says, yeah, bring your husband by. We'll let him sort of run around in an enclosure with a Komodo dragon. Okay, so fine. So here, honey, where are we going? Taking you to the zoo for your birthday. He comes walking into the little enclosure. It's not really a cage, it was an enclosure. And the Komodo dragons, which, by the way, sort of look like a cross between an alligator and something else, I don't know. They apparently have horrible eyesight. And the Komodo dragon makes a beeline for Sharon Stone's husband's foot and starts chomping on it. And these things have teeth that will like cut through iron. And the Komodo dragon bites a hole right through this guy's shoe and chews off his big toe and part of his foot. And they got to rush him to the hospital. It can't be reattached. The poor guy's walking around without a big toe. The reason why? Komodo dragon. Eyesight not good. You know what they feed Komodo dragons? White mice. White rats. And the Komodo dragon thought that Sharon Stone's husband's tennis shoe was a rat and ran over and tried to eat it. There's a moral to that story, and I'll be damned if I know what it is. It's 20 years ago today, 1992, that Wayne's World of Mike Myers and Dana Carvey opened in U.S. movie theaters, and we know the rest of what happened there. All right, JC's Eye Candy today. It's Valentine's Day. I'm making an appeal to the ladies. Please make some sort of effort to understand us. This is where it all begins. We are hardwired this way. There is nothing we can do about it. When we are little babies, we even want them. And when you look at the picture right below, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. JC's Eye Candy. Please enjoy it today on Valentine's Day. Rock and roll poll again on balance. Do you spend more time thinking about the loves you had or the loves you lost? Intriguing question, if I don't mind saying so. Please answer in the corner. I'll have results for you tomorrow. And Trish and I will talk to you today and every day from noon till 3 on the Big 550 KTRS. And that's it, the Daily Dose for Tuesday, February 14th, 2012, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. And in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.